If I'm gonna eat the lobster, you can stab the lobster. I'm fine with that.
They stab it when it's alive. Did you see that?
Yeah, but you can't. How do you kill a lobster?
You stab it and it dies in an area. I saw a video. I saw Anthony Bourdain do it.
There's a place where you can stab it.
Yeah. So, but these guys like to, and this is the thing, because he was in Thailand, I believe, doing this.
Right.
Before they did that, they stabbed it in the anus area to get the blood out.
Okay.
And then they drank the blood while it was alive.
Right.
And then they killed it. And there's like, same thing with an octopus. There's a quick way to kill an octopus. And then you can just stop chopping off the legs first for some, like...
See, okay, so I've had a problem with this when I go and order like fresh lobster at TNT. Uh-huh. Because you pick out the lobster,
right?
That's fine. And then they bring it to the cutting board. Mm-hmm. And the first thing that goes is they just chop off the arms.
Right.
And then they flip it over and they just crack it along. Like it's still alive.
Yeah.
I would really appreciate it.
Right.
Okay, so wait, explain this to me. Okay. There like you could take like a pointy stabby thingy.
Yes.
And you can stab a lobster at a particular point that will immediately kill it.
It goes through the shell.
Uh-huh.
But it's a soft area in the shell.
Yeah.
And then it kills it.
Right.
So then you don't have to worry about, this thing's dead now.
Right. Then you can chop it up the way how you want to.
You can do the same thing with fish. It's not like you have to just let a fish like suffocate or whatever.
Okay,
I know that.
Like for fish, don't you just whack it?
Yeah.
You just
I saw
whack
this,
it in the head.
The first time I saw this was at TNT where we picked my parents let me pick out the catfish.
Right.
Which sounds fun until you see what happens to it.
Of course.
Like, I like this one.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah?
They didn't say it with that. you make it sound like they're like, I'm going to crush your dreams.
So I know that's what you think, but they took it out, and one guy hit it twice, and it didn't die, and then another guy hit it once, and it didn't die, and then before I knew it, there were 4 guys like seeing who was man enough,
just whacking.
No, one by one, like you couldn't do it,
right?
And there was just 4 dudes.
Well, it's a cumulative,
commutative,
like it adds up. Like the first guy who
cumulative.
Hit it. Thank you.
Right.
The first guy who hits it.
Yeah.
Like he participated
all I'm
in the
saying
final
is,
kill.
as a kid, it's not what you need to see after you pick a fish.
I think that's the circle of life. I think you need to know.
It is, but
because you can pick a goat, and that's the same thing that happened.
I really don't know if I do need to see as a kid how a goat gets killed.
How young?
Yeah.
Yeah. How young were you?
I don't know. Too young.
Did you
Obviously, I remember
did you take your pacifier out of your mouth so you could say that fish?
I think I was like early teens. I was like 13, 14.
That's fine. You're within the age of
2x4
to fish.
You're never too old to see something get bludgeoned to death. All right, I understand the circle of life.
If you grew up,
but like
fishing,
just men, just try. Even if I grew up fishing, I just like
you would have to know how to you get it onto the boat. I'm pretty sure you need to give it a whack.
Yeah, you give it one. You don't. Here, I'll give you why. I'll tell you why it's hitting me the wrong way.
Right.
It's because when I was young in Texas, there was a chicken farm nearby.
Okay.
And I knew for a fact that these guys, when they would get bored, they would jump on chickens.
Who?
The people who worked there.
They would jump on chickens.
Yeah. They would literally sneak up behind a chicken and go jump on it, and it would pop. Right?
Okay, so who are these psychopaths?
They're in charge of taking the chickens and throwing them in the truck so that the truck takes them somewhere else.
Okay,
the truck has all these compartments where the chickens hang out. But if the chicken is like sick, like it's just when a person walks towards a bunch of chickens, all the chickens run away.
Right.
Except a few, and you can tell they're breathing a lot heavier than normal.
So they hop on them.
Yeah, or sometimes it'd be a healthy chicken. Anyways, I realized at that point that I know chicken is food, and I don't need to eat a unhealthy chicken.
Yeah. I
also don't need to see somebody jump on a chicken or 4 Asian dudes.
No, I don't think we need to see
take a 2x4 to the head, or in your case, you go to I want this lobster. To like, all right, let's make this lobster's day. Like.
Yeah, the lobster thing does bother me a bit. I can't look at it while they. But I don't know how to explain to them that I want them to kill the lobster first, and if they even know how to do it.
Just be like, you don't want the whole lobster. It's too much work to do at home.
Because I don't know how to kill it properly.
Neither do they.
Now we have a problem.
They're just harassing it until it seems dead.
It would seem so.
Okay,
those chicken people, I hope they're like in jail.
Why?
Because they're jumping on top of chickens.
I agree, but what happens to a chicken? like at those places. And this is not me defending them. It's just like that chicken just gets tossed in a bin where it dies slowly for 2 or 3 days.
Cut the neck off. Why wouldn't they just like grab it and just go chop?
If it's a sick animal, it's like we're just carrying around knives now to kill shitty chickens. I know. I'm not a farmer.
I'm pretty sure everyone's got access to like some sort of machete or a
they applied for an ad. They literally got the lowest ring of civilized jobs they can get.
Right.
And they're not the best people. So
how do you know these people?
Anybody who's a chicken jumper isn't the best person.
No, I understand that, but how did you know these people?
Oh, you can just walk by and see it.
Oh,
because it is somewhat like a farm. It used to be a farm that became a place where they raise chickens for this reason, and the feeding area is outside, and and it's also the loading area.
Oh man, I am soft. Did I tell you about the story of when I saw a chicken get injured slightly, and I was like, for the next 45 minutes, I was like a little shaken.
Yeah. Well, you also shared your pigeon story. With the pigeon popping.
What?
Oh, was this somebody else's story that I thought you might have told? Oh, I got to find that person, have them on the podcast.
Pigeon popping?
Yeah. Hamid told this story, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a situation where he was waiting for the bus.
Yeah.
And this pigeon was flying around, and it flew too low and got clipped by a car.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it fell in front of him, and he's like, oh my God, it's pigeon. And it's just trying to right itself.
Of course.
And it gets upright, but you can tell it's a little gimpy. Right. At that very second. The bus starts coming.
Right. But it's a slow takeoff.
Oh, it's a slow...
slow roll.
Oh, the bird's not going anywhere. Yeah. And this bus comes slowly, and it can stop right before the pigeon, and it just goes right on top of it, and the pigeon goes pop.
Uh-huh.
And the bus door opens, and Hamid's face is like... Just like, and the guy's like, what are you doing? Get in the bus.
Right. He didn't know. He just murdered a bird. He didn't know.
Who gets to see animals getting killed, man? Pigeons, our food, whatever. It's just, it doesn't hit us right.
No, it doesn't.
No matter how matter of fact it's supposed to be.
I think it's just because we're soft, bro. That's what it is. We just watched a video of a girl freaking out over a beetle on top of her knee.
And that was hilarious. There's nothing soft about that. That was hilarious.
I don't know. I feel like if you're just used to being outside a little bit more, that type of stuff shouldn't bother you as much.
Maybe. I think insects bother...
You think it's a phobia as opposed to an actual...
the way she reacted. Like, listen, if there was a bug on your knee that was large, I can imagine be like, hit, and then hitting it away.
Yes.
But screaming for a long, long time.
Yeah.
But also, this is the best part about this. She lowered her window while screaming.
And then flicks it out the window.
Raises her knee. She's like,
She was pretty composed.
For a soft person? If you're going to say that's soft? I think,
that's true. My one day, a road trip a very long time ago.
Yeah.
All the windows down. The car is jammed with people, family. And then a bee comes through the window and goes into my mom's hijab.
Yeah.
Right? So she can hear it buzzing.
Oh,
whatever.
man.
So she starts screaming, right? My dad tries to slow down. The car is still rolling before she's already outside of the car on the side of the highway trying to like get this bee out of her.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh. I've seen people get afraid of bees like in a weird way. Like run away.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Bees don't scare me, but wasps make me very nervous.
Yeah. Why is that?
Okay, because it almost like when it's a bee, it sounds charming.
Right. Yeah.
He's trying to do it like he's a little
true.
Right, and he's a little heavy. You can see that he's a little heavy, so his wings are just barely carrying him around.
It's true.
He's like, he's just trying to work.
Right.
Right? But a wasp it literally looks like he's gonna fuck you.
Right.
Because it's like
time.
and like
it's darting back and forth.
And forth. It's got like
it's intimidating
all the time.
No, it's true.
All the time. And the thing is
it's a different class spaceship. This is a warrior.
It almost looks like even when it's just walking on your pop can, it looks like while it's walking, it's vibrating. Right. Like it's like twitching.
Yeah.
As it's going. It's just so close to ending your day.
True. That wouldn't ruin my day. Real quick. Did you see the bees fighting the wasps?
That's sad, man.
That's the best.
That's sad.
Why is that sad?
It's sad because bees are people.
Oh my God, you're really...
Bees are insects.
Yeah.
Right? That contribute to like pollination,
right,
and honey.
You think they know about that? You
think
they're like
definitely know, self-aware, super self-aware.
You think he's like, I got a cold today, but I got to pollinate. These flowers need pollen, honey.
It's exactly that. That's the way how he talks to his queen, because there's no honey. It's just one thing.
He was literally talking to honey.
Oh, okay,
this is a bee joke. Catch up.
Sorry. Okay. And so, they're like, what they are contributing members of Mother Nature.
Right.
Right? They don't mess with people. Generally speaking, if they have to mess with someone.
They will sometimes mess with the...
But they pay with their life.
They pay with their life.
It's almost like for them, like, imagine if cops in the United States, like they try to de-escalate.
Right.
Right? But if they have to pull up the gun,
right,
they also have to die.
Jeez.
Right? It's like that, how much self-control these bees have.
That might be a great way to...
So...
Yeah.
What I'm saying...
What are you saying?
Is that...
What are you saying?
It's taking too long to get there. Those are bees. Wasps...
Yeah.
Just come in, kill the bees,
so you're saying
steal
there's
the honey,
no purpose for a wasp?
Out and go. No, there probably is.
Probably is.
But like, it's just that when they fighting each other...
Yeah.
It's like...
You know who you're rooting for.
Yeah, exactly. But the ones that I root for normally get killed. Like you've seen that video where it's like a handful of wasps that will clean out an entire hive.
Right.
And all they do is just cut heads as they're going. They're just chopping heads.
Yeah.
With their pincers. And they just clean out an entire hive.
In my head, they're like it's not pincers. Yeah, they have like 2 katanas. Yeah. Just like
So I don't like wasps. I feel like they're the responsibility is on them because they have more firepower,
right?
But they abuse it.
Okay.
They didn't have to take over the entire hive. They could have just do half.
I don't know how back this feud between bees and wasps goes, but I've seen like they're not in the same area.
Never.
But their homes are similar.
Yeah, they do. They like kind of live in the same apartments.
Yeah. So you're like, what's happening here? I don't have any thoughts on this. I'm sorry. Any further ones?
All right.
But like wasps don't have their own honey. They have
wasps don't make
because they make a hive-ish kind of. No, it's just a bunch of holes. It's not even a hive.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't. They're just out there. They're like oppressors of the.
They must be cleaning up spiders or something.
You think so?
Yeah, everybody's eating some.
I want to let you continue talking, but the problem is that you don't have enough. I just want to know what's the function that wasps do.
Oh, you can look that up.
All right,
and I will tell you about the time I hit a girl in the head because there was a bee in her hair.
Good. Tell me.
So I hit this girl in the head, but she didn't know about the bee, and that's if you're ever gonna save a girl from a bee by hitting her, always scream bee first, because then there might be gratitude. Otherwise, you hope there's a bee in her head when you smack her, because there isn't. You just smacked a girl for no reason. Tell me about your wasp.
No, I'm still okay. Hold on.
Okay, you paused in a way.
Okay, wasps are a pain, but it doesn't, and they don't appear useful. But as much as they bug us,
just full of all sorts of puns over here.
Could live.
He's gonna tell.
Okay, wasps play a role in grape production by transporting yeast bacteria back and forth.
Okay, good. Good.
What else do they do?
That's all you got.
Reduce populations of aphids, flies, and caterpillars.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Create waste management by cleaning up and feeding on dead bugs. Oh, wow. They eat dead bugs, too.
Shit. I think we're good, Yasin.
Without the effort of wasps, we would be knee-deep in dead bugs.
Oh.
I think they're exaggerating a little bit in this.
I think we would just sweep it away. I don't think...
So wasps do stuff.
Of course, every animal does stuff.
Of course, everyone's gotta, except humans.
Yeah, we probably did at one point.
Yeah, not anymore.
No,
we don't contribute much to the.
No, not really. But we make podcasts, so we are.
You keep falling on that as like that is our defining quality as humans.
I think we're the most creative animals. I think that what defines humans is, their ability to create all sorts of different things. Different culture, art, technology.
Do you think if dolphins had hands that they would be able to start creating some stuff?
I have wondered that many times. I've wondered, like, what animal, if you just gave this, you know, 5 fingers and a thumb, well, there's plenty of animals that would have, I feel like, the intelligence to start doing shit.
Yeah.
And that would lead to them getting better at doing shit.
What about apes?
They're almost there.
You think so?
Dude, there's apes with like rituals and stuff. Like a colony of apes that have a ritual of like, whenever you pass by this tree, I gotta hit it with a rock. Nobody can explain it, but we're recording it, and it's just constantly. Yeah, monkey see, monkey do, but like, it's like a monkey village tradition.
I was reading up on orcas.
Yeah,
and like a pod.
Yeah,
has its own culture and spans years and years and years, generations and generations and generations.
What kind of culture?
I don't know, whatever, orca culture.
Yeah, but like, what are you talking about?
Well, they have like their own dialect in their communication.
Right.
It's.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Like,
I'm sorry.
Like covered by like it's.
What's
led by
culture? Like I go in front. Like what are they doing?
Hunting practices.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Right. So like each pod would have specific types of hunting practices.
Yeah, it's true for hyenas as well.
Really, hyenas, like each pack has like a different type of hunt
because they have
skill?
different leaders and different strengths.
Right.
And they will somehow, with yips, they're able to communicate like what group should be doing what. They pack and hunt, they hunt in packs as well. So the lead lady, and it's normally a lady, will, what's it called, patriarchal?
No, matriarchal.
Even better. Sounds nice. Anyways, so she's in front, and then she will like yip, and they'll be in like a V formation. People will break out when she yips and stuff. And it's all based off of like, really every single hunt is different for them, but they have their own hunting style depending on strengths and weaknesses of the pack.
I wonder how they would compare to wolves.
Well, they're all related. Orcas, wolves, hyenas.
Yeah, orcas are related to wolves.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like some basic nature shows you need to watch again.
Why?
No, unless you're talking about the fact that they all hunt in packs. What I mean to say is that like for hyenas, wolves, and coyotes, right, there seems to be like a level of like hunt skill.
That's true,
right?
But if you ever Google like a pre-evolution whale, it's gonna look a lot like a wolf.
Really?
And and that's why they do dog-like things, including dolphins.
Okay, prehistoric whale?
No, pre-evolution. Or I guess prehistoric. I think that might be a similar situation.
Evolution whale.
Because it's a mammal, right? It was on land, and then food became scarce, so started hunting in shallow water, and then deeper and deeper water, lost his hair. It still has kneecaps with no needs for kneecaps.
Whales have kneecaps?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe whale you evolution. Need to watch some basic...
Holy crap. Holy crap.
You didn't know. I didn't know you didn't know.
All right.
Whales look crazy.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like it is a wolf.
It's practically, yeah. I'm not saying it's going to have the same hunting habits. There's just similarities there.
Oh, damn.
Let me see the picture you're looking at.
Multiple.
Nice.
It just blew my mind. There's this one.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's this one.
Yes. That thing was like a heavier.
And then this one where it like shows the skeleton thing.
Yeah, and that's where you start seeing the similarities.
Oh my god.
The tail and the legs became the tail of the whale. The tail and the legs of the wolf. Dog.
Yeah, except for the pelvis and the hind limb is like just not, they don't need it.
This took a long time, man. That's why it has kneecaps.
How long? You're blowing my mind over here, dude. Pakicetus turns into an ambulocetus, which then turns into a rhodhocetus.
Oh, snaps.
And then becomes like the rhodho is like kind of it's like in transition.
Yeah.
And then there's the Basilosaurus. And that's like for real, it's got a fin and everything.
Yeah, that's like right before it got fully dressed. Yeah. It just got like the underwear and the undershirt on. You're like, oh, I could see coming together.
Okay. See, I thought you were being crazy when you're saying that they have similar hunting styles.
Yeah.
Now, holy crap.
Yeah. So imagine like a pack of orcas.
Yes.
Because
I am so on board right now.
Oh, I know. Those were massive. That creature that you saw on land hunting constantly.
Right.
And then when they get to the water, like, all right, we're going to apply some of this over here. And they did, like, you know.
When did you see that? I had no idea.
I don't know. Childhood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I read The Origin of Species and stuff. So, like, this kind of stuff.
I felt like I did a bit, but, like, it's mostly dinosaurs, because, like, dinosaurs become chickens.
In a way, but not directly.
Of course, obviously. What I mean to say is that...
But, like, these guys directly, you know, you just go back and you just rewind. Like Doctor Strange, you just do this. Can you just, you know, instead of it becoming a sea, you just keep going and the whale become like a dog? You're like, shit.
That's amazing.
Yeah. See?
I know what I'm going to do right after this. I'm going to go on YouTube and Google this.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool. Reverting snakes back to like giant lizards is also freaky deaky, but they don't have as good of a handle on it.
Okay.
Because it's very soft skeleton, so it's not like they have skeletons of like pythons.
Right.
With legs and stuff, because... Can you imagine that thing being faster than it should be? We'd be screwed. There'd be no humans.
I wonder what's the evolutionary purpose of losing your legs
they had
while on land.
They lived underground. There's a tunnel telling, you know, like they live in, so like legs just got shorter and shorter.
All snakes.
All snakes. There are some snakes that still have legs. They're like, they haven't gotten, so they just have tiny legs that they barely use.
Right.
Barely. But you can tell like, oh shit, you guys didn't lose your legs. And then others just were too big to burrow, so they became like Gila monsters and stuff.
I can't believe in all these podcasts I've been listening to.
Yeah.
There's never been like an actual conversation about how whales used to be big ass dogs.
Yeah, man. Big ass dogs. It's one of the coolest things. To me.
Yeah.
So narwhal whale, that's the thing with the spike. Yeah. That is a unicorn back in the day, possibly. I wonder what that looks like.
Hold on.
Because maybe that's, you know, tales of like unicorns getting passed on from generation to generation.
And they just didn't update the story, and now it's in the water.
Yeah, now it's in the water. No, let's just tell them about when it was on land. It was cooler then. We could ride it. Because otherwise, I wonder what the functional purpose of that thing is, by the way.
Stabbing people. I mean, other...
Yeah, I guess. Then what if something you get stuck because you stab something and it weighs you down? I don't know. What's it look like?
No, there is nothing.
None? Somebody needs to make a T-shirt here.
It's. I mean, there is a picture of like a narwhal whale.
Yeah.
But like its cross section, and inside it's essentially a unicorn.
Okay.
That's on a bicycle.
Right. Threadless. I've seen that there.
Right. So there's that. Also, the size of an orca whale.
Yeah.
Compared to a blue whale is stupid different.
Yeah, I think a blue whale is like a city block. Like it's, how big is it? Tell me, is there a weight difference? Like on your website?
Just look at it.
Oh, that's not even, see the thing is, beside an orca, a person looks like a thing. Beside a blue whale, you look like a
flea.
It's bigger than a school bus.
You know what I want to do?
You know, the blue whale population is on the rise. It's been on the rise. There's more blue whale now than any other time in history.
Why is that?
Sorry, they're bigger now than any other time in history. Okay. And it's just like krill and the things they feed on. There's, for some reason,
there's more krill.
Yeah,
I thought there was less krill as a result of the fact that there's so much pollution.
I don't know how krills mate, but with that said, they're apparently plentiful, and blue whales are the biggest they've ever been. Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I would like to see a blue whale. I would like to see any whale, actually. Have you seen a whale up front?
Seen it. Dude, I went to Quebec and then drove up to La Mobile. I don't know.
Right.
I know this is a part where you're like, let me Google it, but I have no idea.
No, it doesn't matter. Keep going.
It was a good like 4-hour drive up from Quebec City. Right. We went whale watching. So we got in a boat.
Did you see anyone breach?
No, they don't do that as much as one would think.
Maybe they just didn't do it that day.
Maybe they didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
So we saw some... dolphins, we saw seals, and seals would come right up. Seals would be like, what do you got here? What do you got here?
Right. Can you give food?
No, definitely not. Okay. But nothing else would come to a boat. Like, everything else would be like, what the fuck are those people doing here? You could tell they would be like, because one would come up, and they'd be like, oh, shit, and it'd be gone. But yeah, the seals would come by. But we got to see some...
It'd be better if you could see them from underground. Like if the boat... Like if you
had
could go...
a subsection?
Yeah, if you go a couple things deeper into the boat.
Yeah.
And then look through a porthole or something.
I agree. Maybe we should have a suggestion box on this boat. But no, it was good. I'd recommend it. It was only like $20 for an hour on the water. It was pretty cold, but made videos. It was beautiful. I have pictures of whales. I didn't show them to you. So.
No, you did not.
It's all right. It's nothing that impressive.
There's an Instagram account that I follow. Oh. I don't remember the name. I'll try to post it up on the Facebook page. But essentially, what he does is that he's got like drones, and he hovers up over where whales breach or whatnot. Yeah. And so sometimes it's like an hour he has to wait. Yeah. Like constantly flipping batteries and whatnot, waiting for like that one perfect shot. Oh, but it's freaking awesome when he gets it. That's so there's that I follow, and there's another one that was they're underwater and they watch a whale like power up straight up.
I've seen that one too.
And it tracks him outside of the water. Yeah. And then see him land back inside the water. Badass. It's so cool.
They don't know why they do that either.
No, because some say like maybe they're itchy.
I thought that too.
Yeah, or they just want to have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's the opposite of breaching?
Diving.
Yeah. And so like a lot of humans love diving.
Right.
Go up on the high, like there's an Olympic sport.
It's true.
On diving.
We aren't doing it because we're itchy though.
No, we're not. We're just trying to show off.
But whales don't have these things.
This is true.
They're like, oh, my back.
Yeah, but he might be like, check this out.
It's true. I was like, maybe that's how you call somebody. Like, let me tell everybody where I am. Cannonball. And then splash. They're like, oh, there's Yasin over there.
I think their voices travel pretty far in the water.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
It reminds me of that Brian Regan bit. Ooh, he's lonely. No, you're lonely. And that was a door hinge.
Brian Regan.
So you were saying, who's coming in town these days? This day, soon.
Brendan Schaub.
Brendan Schaub.
Former UFC fighter.
Yeah. Barely fight. Was he any good when he was in UFC?
He was okay.
He was okay.
He came on through the show.
What? Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the cool thing about Brendan was that he was like a high-level football prospect. Yeah. Not player, prospect.
Right.
He did college. I don't think he ever had any pro games. Brock Lesnar also was on the tryout squad for the Vikings.
Right.
But
his combine numbers were insane.
Yeah, combine numbers, like a lot of people care about those. But yeah, Brendan was okay he's a very athletically gifted guy.
Human being, yeah. And
heavyweight has always been a thin division. Most humans don't get to be that big.
Yeah.
So you can always like make a living.
Right.
But yeah, he knew he was on his way down when he got knocked out by Nogueira, and Nogueira was old as balls. And they took him to Brazil, and he should have beat the brakes off of Nogueira, and he got knocked out.
Right.
And then Joe had that sit down with him. He was like, "You're not an elite fighter. I beg to differ." I watched that recently again, and I was like, "This is brutal."
And someone cut it so that every time it would have like Brendan Schaub's like his reaction.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
That was probably one of the most brutal conversations I've heard on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Right.
Is him talking to his friend very kindly, but incredibly honestly about his ability as a fighter.
Yeah. The thing you do, you should stop. You're going to get hurt. So if you're saying that, if you fought Cain Velasquez in a wrestling match, you do okay? He's like, I'd surprise some people. And he goes, I don't think he'd surprise anybody. I think he'd surprise you. You're like, you guys are friends, right?
Well, it might have saved his life.
Well, at the very least, he's doing really well in podcasting, and he's touring.
Yeah,
he's like in Australia. He's touring everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I like Brendan Schaub. It's a funny dude.
It's a funny dude.
So we're gonna go see him.
Yeah, well, let's do it. It's gonna be still like a month and a half away or something.
Right.
So I'll check it out. We'll take a look at it afterwards.
Need to get back on the vlogging anyway, so that might be a good thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll get to meet him.
What? Really?
I don't think it's that hard.
Okay. Oh man, that would be so cool.
I've never had a hard time meeting a comic unless it was like at a huge venue.
Yeah, especially if it's like a $30 ticket, it should be pretty small.
Yeah, I met Ian Edwards when he was in town.
Yeah,
took a picture. Yeah, he's really super nice.
Yeah,
he's like, "Hey, you want to take a picture?"
Yeah,
that's what he said. And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, put it on Instagram, okay?" And I was like, "Okay."
Oh, okay. He's trying to get his name out.
But he's touring with Joe now,
right?
So he should be fine, man. He was okay. He got stuck. We had a really bad guy in the front row who would never laugh and just do this.
Right.
And Ian Edwards, while talking at one point, just goes like, "Hey man, why are you looking at me? You're right in the front too." That's what he says. Like, what? It's not working for you? It's just, you can tell it was bothering him, even though it wasn't like he was looking at him. Right. But he was definitely off. Right. And all of a sudden he's like, "Why are you looking at me?" That happens though.
Not related at all.
No.
There's a video that I just, like a short Instagram clip. Yeah. Of Tupac walking down the street, and then there's this little kid. Yeah. Who, like, apparently is mean mugging him. Mm-hmm. Right. But the kid is just being a kid. He's like a toddler. Right. Right. And Tupac is making it look like this guy, like he's treating him as an adult, like just for jokes. Yeah. He's like, "Well, step up then." Yeah. Right. Right. He's like, "I don't know who he's got though. He might be packing. I don't know who's with him. So maybe I'm just gonna let him alone. I'm just gonna let him walk." He walks away, and then he turns around. And he makes it look like he wanted to like actually fight him some more. Like one of his boys was holding him back. He's like, "Don't, Pac, let it go, let it go." Yeah. It's the funniest thing.
That is funny.
I think there's a resurgence of Pac videos on Instagram right now because of the new movie.
Yeah. That guy looks a lot like Pac, by the way.
He does. I can't wait to watch that movie.
Yeah. I hear it's terrible. I don't know if it's terrible. What? I just looked at the Rotten Tomatoes. It didn't look good. So
what was it?
He was like in his 30s or 40s.
Oh, no.
Hey, man. I don't know how much you love Pac.
I do love Pac.
Do you, though?
I do. Well, I mean, like, yeah, I like his albums. I have most of them. I listen to them.
Then you like Pac.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
But, like, I like Pac. I don't know shit about Pac. I know 8 songs like the back of my hand. Yeah. And those are the only 8 I've been listening to for the last 10 years. Okay. You know, like, I'll just put it on, yes. But other than that, I can't name like 2 albums.
I've watched documentaries about his life.
I've seen documentaries on his life.
I watched.
See, that's the thing. I like Pac. I don't know his music that well.
Okay.
I've seen it. I've seen speeches. I've seen the ups and downs of his career. I've seen like 3 documentaries.
Right.
Yeah, really.
He's a fascinating person.
More fascinating than Biggie.
Oh, without a doubt.
Biggie was interesting. You know what I found interesting? All these guys used to brag about selling coke. Yes. Brag about it.
Yes.
Like,
don't they still do that?
I still find that odd.
I'm in love with the cocoa.
That's different. It's just like Biggie would rap openly about, like, this is for all those people who called the cops when I was just selling.
Yep. No, that's not that's Biggie.
Yeah, that's Biggie. Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, yeah, that's what they should do. If you're selling coke in front of their building, Biggie.
He was just trying to make money so that he could.
I know what he was trying to do.
So his daughter could eat.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you got to do what you got to
do. It's a weird, even with Pac, he was like, in his changes, he was like, I made a G today.
Right.
But you did it in a sleazy way. And he was like, hey, I got to get paid. And I was like, all right, I get it. Somewhat apologetic. But Biggie should be like, yeah, of course I'm going to call the cops if you're selling drugs on my corner, Biggie.
No, just let them alone. People need their drugs.
They really don't, man.
They need their drugs, bro.
I've lived in a neighborhood where there was a lot of coke.
I'm not condoning drug use. I'm just saying,
condone all sorts of drug use.
I'm not condoning this particular thing. Yeah. But what I am saying is that if you're born and raised in that situation, yeah, and that's how you're trying to make your money, right? I can see why he would be annoyed.
Yeah, I could see it. But perspective is a thing, Biggie. People don't want you to sell fucking drugs. It's hey man, coke's terrible. And I know you're not saying coke isn't terrible. Yeah. But coke's terrible.
I thought you can use cocaine as like
So if you have your shit together,
yeah,
right? If you're already a high functioning human being, right, you might be able to handle some coke for some amount of time. Right? But if you're in the ghetto, you're not gonna be a high functioning human. You're just gonna do coke, and you're gonna be a coke head.
I see.
And you're gonna be trying to steal my VCR when I'm not home, and that kind of stuff happens. You just see a guy's head at your window, just looking inside what there is, and you're like, "Get out of here, cracky!" Like, you can't have that. But that's what happens with people. Coke is no bueno. Heroin is way worse, but like people don't have a casual heroin problem.
When you're in, you're in.
Yeah, you're in fairly quickly.
Yep.
From what I can tell, and I've been around one person that was high on heroin, and it was their first time. And they were like, oh, this is actually manageable. Like, this is nice. It's just chill. And then later on, I realized that the first time you do heroin, that's what it's like. It almost seems like something you can do and go to work on. And then later on, it... First off, doesn't feel that way, but you get a fever from just not having heroin.
Right.
And it makes your body all... like, it's just physically, you're very dependent, and psychologically, it becomes also dependent. But physically, it's
that
very
sounds very scary.
Yeah, it sounded... I like being around in certain situations, if someone's like, I'm gonna do coke today for the first time, I'm like, is it okay if I come over just to observe?
You're just sitting there with your glasses on the bridge of your nose.
Yes, seems itchy on the neck constantly. But I find it very interesting. I wouldn't want to be around anybody doing like meth or crocodile or whatever. But yeah, the heroin thing just happened. I was at a friend's place, and people were smoking in the balcony, and then everybody went inside. And this
one guy's like, yo, let's bring this to the next level.
Yeah, he was just outside, and I was like, hey, what are you going to do? So I'm going to do some heroin. I'll be in 5. I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, you done heroin before? He's like, no, my buddy has. And there was another dude there.
Yeah.
And
did he look okay?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Like...
He looks like...
he looks like he hadn't slept in a month. That's what he looked like. And I was like, maybe I was just like, the guy's tired, has a night shift or some shit. And I was like, oh, you do heroin? No wonder. Yeah. I don't even know how they did it. Like, I don't know.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Like through a needle.
Maybe. You could probably smoke it. But yeah, maybe. Most likely.
Or do they do a spoon and they light it with the liquid? Then they...
You can do that with a lot of things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You do it with pon?
I wonder if it's like the like, hey, man, you can just drink coffee. What are you doing? Put that needle away, man. I really want it now.
Dude, I need to catch up on my movies.
Okay.
There's some movies I've been trying to catch up on. Right now is Thor.
Okay.
Then I watched Dark World, which was a horrible movie.
You saw that, eh?
Yep.
Okay.
I just watched it because I really like Thor, the actor.
Yeah.
He's really entertaining.
It's a good character.
Totally jumping off. Have you seen Rush?
No. So shocked it made you cough.
Rush is based on the true. First of all, directed by...
The racing movie, right?
Right, yeah. Directed by Ron Howard.
Right.
Music by Hans, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So, like, great pedigree right there.
Okay.
And then the actual movie, amazing.
Right.
So based on a true story of two rivals back in the 1970s, F1 race car drivers.
Rival race car drivers.
Yeah, because they were always either number 1 or number 2.
Yeah.
And they were always trying to chase each other.
They genuinely disliked each other?
What's that?
Like genuinely disliked each other?
No, they genuinely were rivals. But they like off the track they were like they would talk and whatnot.
Gotcha.
I think they were more like two fighters that really let's put it like two fighters
Agassi and Sampras. Like they're cordial and they're nice to each other all the time, but like every major is just gets to in the semifinals or the finals.
Exactly
just like keep running into each other. So yeah, okay.
But there's a particular type of trauma. I don't know. You gonna watch it?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Okay. In that case, I won't say much.
The only reason I didn't watch it was because like, the race movie, just like I told you.
No, it's more of a human story than it is the race movie. Yeah.
I'll watch a good movie.
Oh my god,
I like
it's so
movies.
Good. It's on Netflix. People, just watch it. It's free. I mean, well.
Relatively.
Whatever.
Here, Netflix is practically free.
Practically free, yeah.
Like, for what they're giving you, Netflix is free.
Oh my god, it's great. $13 a month and just
Are you
everything.
Kidding me? It's, you could and the weird thing is, when you don't have Netflix, you just have, is everything good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I heard a blender or something. When you don't have Netflix, you just have regular television, you're scrolling and you find anything that seems good and you're like, all right, good, I'll watch this. Right. Netflix is like, there's so many things. I don't know where to start.
So much on my list to watch.
Yeah. I watched Moana.
Yeah, how was that?
It was pretty good.
Wait, I've watched it too. That's with The Rock, right?
That's with The Rock.
Yeah. The Rock sings.
Yeah, The Rock sings. I was like, hey man, is this really your god? Like, you guys, he seems pretty, you know what I mean?
He doesn't seem godlike.
Yeah, but he's also like just being like, all right, he's being mean at times.
Yeah,
Very mean for a god. Unless the god is like, there's a mischievous god. His name is this guy, Maui.
That's his name?
That's the guy's name. I saw it like 2 days ago, son.
I have to say, The Rock is putting in some serious work.
You can't knock him for like that guy's always working on something.
Yeah, and just the sheer like range that he's able to like hold on to.
It's impressive. It is, really.
Oh, man.
Especially for as limited of an actor he is.
Yep.
Really.
Baywatch, Fast and Furious.
Jumanji.
Oh, yeah, he's in Jumanji.
Everybody's in Jumanji. It's, I think, him, TJ Miller, Kevin Hart, and this girl I don't know.
Right.
But I'm like, they put Kevin Hart, TJ Miller, and The Rock in this, and they're like, this
is going to be great. It's going to be great.
I don't know, man. Do you watch Baywatch?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it.
Oh, I'm definitely going to watch it.
Okay. All right, then maybe
I even like Zac Efron. I think he's funny.
I think he's all right. He's good. I've never watched a Zac Efron movie and be like, I like that movie.
Have you watched the one where they're
Neighbors?
Something get dates?
Yes, I've seen that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was okay. It's all right. If you like it, you like it. But I've really never seen a terrible rock movie. You know what? Where's that one where all the buildings are falling? It's like 2000...
San Andreas.
San Andreas. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, he's a helicopter pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't so good, but I still watched it.
Yeah, I consider that a waste of time.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe, I guess. Have you seen Fast? He was great in Fast.
Which one's Fast?
Fast? Yeah, it's someone kills his brother.
Oh, okay.
And he's got a revolver and a car, and all he does is walk around finding people to lead him to the person that he killed his brother and just kill him. He's just killing
Walk
fools.
the Line?
Okay, no wait. There's Walk Tall.
Walk Tall.
Is it Walk Tall?
I think so.
Walking Tall. And then there's another one. There's another one called. I know what you should talk about. One of them is like
has a sidekick.
Yes,
I'm not talking about that one. The other one's pretty good. My favorite rock movie.
Let's go rock movies. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let's pull up a few.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of rock
because
movies.
we've seen a surprising amount of rock movies. Yeah. I'm sure.
But you know what? Here's the thing. We haven't seen half of them. This guy's making a movie. He's booking like every year there's 3 rock movies.
99 movies so far.
Fudge.
Yeah, he's putting in some serious work. All right, let's see how far back I need to go for it to actually make some sense.
I think the first time I saw this guy was a Scorpion King. You know, Mummy 2 or Mummy 2.
Oh my God.
He was in that for a little bit, and then they made a terrible movie out of it.
Okay, here we go. He was apparently in Star Trek Voyager.
Yes, he was. He fought 7 of 9.
Okay.
Season 6.
It's called The Champion. Okay. He was in The Mummy.
Yep.
Okay. Scorpion King.
Yeah, that's basically. He played a wrestler in Star Trek, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He came out. He did the eyebrow. He did the people's elbow. So.
Walking Tall.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
That one's good. That's where he's just got like a big ass 4x4.
Yeah, he's got a 4x4 and he keeps it in the trunk.
Yeah, and just beats people with it.
Yep.
Doom
was okay.
Gridiron Gang.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's a classic rock movie though.
That is like yeah. Pick yourselves up, become better. The Game Plan.
Right.
It's one of those adults with a kid type movies. He was in Get Smart. Race to Witch Mountain.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I did not watch that one.
Good call.
The Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, that was
I
horrible.
saw that. That was horrible. And this is where he starts getting better.
Okay.
The Other Guys.
That was good.
It was so short, but so awesome.
That was good.
Right? Faster. That's what it's called.
Faster.
Right. And his name is Driver. And all he does is goes around killing folks, trying to find the guy who killed his brother. Great.
Nice. Fast
5?
Yeah. And the rest is history from there.
Journey 2. I haven't seen Journey 2. I should watch that.
Is he in Journey 1? No, I think Brendan Fraser's Journey 1.
Yeah. Snitch. Watch that. That was pretty good.
Snitch was good.
Right. G.I. Joe Retaliation. I don't care.
Okay, fine.
Don't care.
Horrible movie.
Right.
But
G.I. Joe movies rank in the same place as Transformer movies. And for me, I have to watch them.
Okay.
Right? I know they're a waste of time. I know they're just not like whatever, but I have to watch them.
Yeah. You know what the thing is? We judge a Batman or Wonder Woman or Superman, like, was this a good movie? Was it not? But like for Transformers, like, well, we just have to watch them.
Yeah.
We just have to.
It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
The new ones. Any Michael Bay movie, to be honest with you.
Oh, man.
Pain and Gain.
That was fun.
It was great.
That was a good movie.
When he was barbecuing the hands.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Fast and Furious. Hercules. That was good, too.
Hercules.
Furious 7. San Andreas. Central Intelligence. That was funny.
I didn't watch that one.
What?
Yeah.
I think I may have even given you the movie for you to watch. You know what it's about, right? It's him and Kevin Hart.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
Right, it's him and Kevin Hart.
I saw that.
Moana. Baywatch, I haven't watched it yet. Okay, this is the stuff that's coming up. By the way, remember how San Andreas was such a bad movie they should make a second one?
Oh my God.
San Andreas 2.
I thought that thing went under the ground. Are the people still rebuilding there? And he's still flying that helicopter?
No, he retired. Let me tell you what this movie is going to be about, right?
Okay.
He retired. He saw too much destruction.
Right.
He's living alone. No, excuse me, with his family on an island in Hawaii. Why? Because he comes from Hawaii.
Right.
And he probably wants to bring some money back into the economy over there. Gotcha. That's why he got them to shoot in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Then, right? Scientists find there's someplace somewhere else.
Yeah.
There's another earthquake that's coming, but this time they have early warning technology.
Right.
And then they said, you know what we need? We need a helicopter rider, pilot, helicopter pilot.
Okay.
But we need the best one. Go find me where he is. They're like, no, sir, it's classified. He does not want to be found. He saw too much. Right? And then eventually some guy goes in, against someone else's will, right? Finds out the information, goes to Hawaii.
Jeez, man.
Right? And then goes into his, and he's just trying to barbecue some stuff.
Yeah.
And he sees it.
They're always barbecuing.
There's always barbecuing.
Yeah.
Right? And he's saying, look, you need to come in.
Yeah.
We need your help. It's like, I can't do that.
I won't do it.
I almost lost my family. Your family can stay here. But for some stupid reason, the family comes over there just to add to the,
right,
whatever. That's the way how that movie goes. Anyway, I digress.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah, I totally make that up.
Oh, I was just totally on board with you, dude. I thought you saw the trailer or something. You're like, I'm not gonna watch this piece of crap. I'll watch the trailer.
That's totally it. Jungle Cruise.
I totally was believing you that whole time. I'm like, oh, really?
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's a very believable.
Exactly. Yeah. Journey 3.
Oh man.
What is Doc Savage?
I don't know. Never heard of it.
Black Adam.
Okay, I've heard of that.
That's gonna be Marvel.
That's gonna be interesting.
Right. Big Trouble in Little China.
They can't just call him Adam, eh? No. Black Adam.
Yeah, I know. Jumanji.
Yeah.
Rampage.
He gets to play Rampage in a UFC movie.
Right. Shazam.
Really? Shazam?
Yep.
Shazam?
Yep. Skyscraper and Fighting with My
It doesn't
family.
say Shazam 2, it just says Shazam.
Just says Shazam.
I'm confusing Kazam with Shazam. I apologize. He's going to be Shazam?
He's going to be Shazam.
That's interesting. He's going to be Black Shazam.
Yeah. It's called Black Adam.
Is Shazam Black Adam?
Okay, so there's a movie called Black Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a glitch. They put it twice.
I see. I'm like, he's playing two superheroes? But either way, Black Adam makes sense. Shazam is a white guy in the Justice League.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's interesting. Because they don't normally change the race of a
superhero?
Yeah, normally they don't.
Yeah, they did it for Fury. Nick Fury?
Yeah, he's not a superhero. He's in like a side character.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no like comic books that I know of that are like
Spider-Man.
What?
Spider-Man.
What about Spider-Man?
Peter Parker, Miles Morales.
Yeah, they changed it. They went the other way.
Right. They just have a new Spider-Man who happens to be Hispanic.
Yeah, they wrote a comic book that was of color. They didn't make a movie out of a...
Right, they didn't get a black Peter Parker.
Right, exactly.
Right. You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
All this talk about like diversity in movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When are we going to get a brown superhero?
When friggin' Hassan Minhaj or Dev Patel gets a call from Marvel or DC.
I'll tell you this right now.
Because Aziz Ansari ain't doing it.
I never, ever want to see...
Aladdin?
No.
Can you imagine just throw Aladdin in there? It just has like a flying carpet and a monkey. It's better than most. Like Arrow doesn't have any of that.
I never want to see Hassan Minhaj anywhere close
to
a Marvel or DC movie.
No?
No.
Why?
I do not know. I mean, I love him.
Yeah.
I love what he does.
Right.
And his stand-up is not too bad.
I like his stand-up.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think, like Dev Patel, like make space.
Yeah,
let Dev do his thing.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Much superior actor. I don't even know if Hassan can act.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I know he can act one way, and that's good.
Yeah.
You know?
For his purposes, yeah, it's great.
But no, Dev Patel could probably be like something.
Did you watch Lion?
I saw half of it. It made me too sad. I had to stop. I'll watch the rest of it later. I just never came back. I had to do something, and I stopped, and it looks great.
Okay.
And I'm sad already. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
And actually watch King Arthur?
Okay. Yeah, I'll watch it. I have it downloaded.
Okay, so King Arthur was directed by Guy Ritchie. And we listened to 2 podcasts with Guy Ritchie talking to 2 different people, one Joe Rogan, the other one Chris Hardwick. Yes. And he's a fascinating human being.
Right.
Now, the reason why King Arthur was so amazing is that Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrel, and Snatch. Those types of movies. Yeah. There's a couple things that are cool about them. One of them is that there is very specific, like he doesn't have to take a long time for him to be able to build a character that you like. That's not even the main character. Yeah, it's a peripheral character, but all of a sudden you already like them. Right. They got like a unique name, and they do stuff, and you're like, wow, I really like this guy. Yeah. So he does that in this movie, which is superb. And the other thing is that the amount of stuff that he packs in, specifically in the first 25 minutes, those scenes are so kinetic for him to like lay down a story at like a super fast pace. Yeah. While establishing really cool characters along the way. It's amazing. Really? Yeah, I'm telling you, man, once you watch the first 20 minutes, you're like, good Lord.
I'll go check it out. I might even, it's in theaters still.
Yeah. However, what? There's a Blu-ray.
No, I want to, if something, listen, no one's watching this movie, right? So like, this is where you need to spend a little bit of money and support the director or actors. Because I like the actors in it and I like the director.
I do. I wouldn't mind going to watch it. If you let me know. Let me know. We go watch it.
Yeah, $5 Tuesdays. That's how I live my life, my friend.
All right, I'll drive up.
All right, we'll figure it out. Yeah. You have a dollar theater over here, which is really bad, but it's in the Sobeys Plaza on Barnumthorpe.
$1.
Yeah, it's like $3.
Okay.
But you can watch a movie there.
I feel like there would be so much black mold there. I'm just getting cancer while I'm there.
Well, that's, how they get you.
Okay.
But I'll watch the Guy Ritchie movie. I like Guy Ritchie a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I saw Despicable Me yesterday.
1, 2, or 3?
3.
Okay.
He has a brother, so it's Gru.
Oh, you went to the theater to watch it?
Oh my god, dude! I told you I was.
Yeah, you were babysitting.
My niece and nephew.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got home, and I wanted to relax, I was sick, and they were like, "Can you take us to Palladium?" And it's like, "All right, fine, let's go to Palladium." And I realized that these two can't stop hitting each other.
Oh, okay.
And it was like we're at the Palladium. I'm in line to buy a card, and these guys, I'm like, guys, 2 rules. While saying this, I had to make another rule. Number 1, stop hitting each other.
Right.
Until we get inside. You can't change animals.
Right.
Number 2, while we're in line, can't talk to each other. And I face forward, and I turn around, and they were just blowing at each other. They're like, and I was like, all right, you go wait over there. I don't want to hear you. Just go over there, and I'm going to get this thing. And yeah, it's tough at that age. They're just fighting, and they're like fighting. It's not like one is hurting the other.
Right, they're both enjoying this.
They're both like, if you get the big one away from the little one go hit the big one, and what's the big one going to do? And it was just tough. And then you get them home, and you're trying to give them pizza. Yeah. It's like, can you just take 5 bites? And they take the smallest bite. I'm like, okay, we're not moving until you...
like scarfing down pizza?
Man, kids, if they don't want to eat at that time, they don't want to eat, and then getting them changed to go to bed. Actually, they were pretty good about that, which was amazing. But the way they were playing, they have a fully automatic Nerf gun, meaning it has 6 batteries in it. When you turn it on, you click the trigger, it goes... like, you'd be impressed.
Yeah.
And they're firing this at each other. I'm like, hey, can you not shoot that at each other because you're going to get hit in the eye? Then what are we supposed to do? And I get them dodgeballs. And then they're throwing dodgeballs at each other. Uh-huh. And pretty soon they're playing a game who can knock the dodgeball, like the water bottle off the desk.
Of course.
Like, can we not do that with the water bottle? Can we do that with the But at some point I'm like, you going to watch a movie, huh? And they're like, yeah. And then I was like, perfect. Despicable Me until midnight.
Okay.
And they calmed themselves down after that, and we got them home and went to bed. It was nice.
I think this is the reason why parents are just like, just take the tablet.
Yeah.
Just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
I don't know what I would do, because I took huge solace in the fact that these aren't my kids.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with them hitting each other. I'm like, listen, these are the rules. Can't hit somebody in the face.
Yep.
Can't use something else to hit somebody in the face.
Right.
But other than that,
go ham.
Go ham. And like, then I asked Maz, like, hey, do you take any martial arts? And he's like, yeah, karate. I'm like, this explains a lot. You suck at fighting a girl that's 3 years older than you off. Like, she bullies him constantly. Right.
Yeah.
But
that's when you taught him to really make.
But if they were my own kids, I don't know what I would have to do. I don't know. This is very tough.
You'd have to tire them out.
No, I tired them out. Everything they do to tire themselves out is destructive. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's a bridge to cross when I get there.
Yeah, inshallah you do.
Yeah, inshallah. Let's see, man. After like raising them for one night, I'm like,
maybe one more year.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about this, but.
All right, man.
Is this it?
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap this B up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna barbecue after this Canada Day.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
You're gonna go on your porch, watch the fireworks. Can you even see fireworks from your?
I can, but I can walk down for 90 seconds and be in front of them.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. Or this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna take everybody down to the CN Tower.
Right.
Because I don't know if you've ever been under the CN Tower when they do fireworks. It goes outward. It doesn't go up. Okay. It goes out from the top of the CN Tower.
Oh, cool.
Very, very nice.
So you can hang out over there.
Yeah, they have Harborfront. Might watch that over the lake. It's nice, very close by. Right. But I think the CN Tower one is going to be... I'll take the kids and the family there.
Cool.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
Making burgers until then when they eat meat yesterday.
I got to go see Henna. I got to edit this podcast and see Henna. That's pretty much all I got.
Oh, dude, I might just do that right now.
All right.
Because I have a small window. So, yeah. And this is my first day feeling good enough to actually go out. So.
All right. Maybe we go together. Give me some time. All right, let's wrap this up so we can do the things that we need to do.
Do it.
All right, people. Thank you for tuning in the podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out with us. Stick with us for a little bit longer. We're going to have some more people. We're going to have some people. We got some interesting people. We got also connected with a guy who's going to talk to us about the Canadian Indigenous people.
Ooh.
And, he's doing some social work for them and all that other stuff. So that's coming. That's down the pipes as well. So some interesting things. Anyway, take care of yourselves. We'll be back in a week.